Now at 9 a.m., a powerful winter storm hitting SoCal, bringing heavy rain and snow. The major concern is how the fire zones will be affected with the possibility of mud and debris flows.
Now taking a look at Air 7, the storm bringing new snow to our local mountains from the San Gabriels to the San Bernardino Mountains. This morning we have live storm track team coverage.
Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Time now, 9 a.m. here on your Sunday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Mark Cotterobles.
And I'm Irene Cruz. We've seen rain. We've seen snow happening overnight. Tony Cabrera has been tracking our forecast.
Oh, my goodness. What a day we have ahead of us. It's awesome to see the rain. We are desperate for this rainfall. We haven't had any rain in a long time, even snow. The problem is with the burn scar areas, if the rain comes down heavy, that means we could start to see some flooding. And that is a concern because the burn scars, right? You think about all that vegetation that's gone. That vegetation normally in a storm would absorb the water. Now it just turns into runoff and it just speeds down the hillside. Live Mega Doppler 7000 doesn't show any problem spots just yet. We have these bands, these waves of rain coming through Southern California, turning into kind of scattered showers. When we put it on pause, you can see Ventura County starting to get some moderate rainfall here south of Oxnard there, going towards the Malibu area, but light rainfall there. Here's the Palisades that had some steady light rain in the last couple of hours or so. It's pretty dry from Downey down towards Santa Ana, but there's some light rain over South Orange County. Earlier, we had some steady rainfall in the Santa Ana Mountains, and now some of the snow is starting to pick back up. It's an on and off kind of thing that we've been seeing, and it will ramp up likely this afternoon when we start to see instability in the air. Santa Clarita down towards San Fernando, getting some light rain right now too along the 5 freeway. And then when we look at Pasadena into Altadena, where the Eaton fire was, so far so good. Now when we fast forward, we start to see more of the oranges, more of the reds on this map. That's that heavier rainfall and the possibility of some thunderstorms and maybe even some small hail. When that rain comes down all at once, that presents the problems. Then we also see overnight the snow levels dropping, so the snow will pick up in our mountain areas. There's some places that could see a foot of snow with this, possibly on the resort upper level, higher elevations. More than that, up to 2 feet is possible. Smaller chance for that, but it's in the forecast. Mark and Irene, we're going to talk a little bit more about this, get into more detail coming up in a couple minutes, but something we're keeping an eye on all morning long.
Absolutely. What a scene already. And check this out, some video. Already seeing steady rain from this storm, and it is expected to pick up by this afternoon, as Tony mentioned. Here's a look at the rain scene in the San Fernando Valley overnight. Some intersections flooded in Sunda Valley. There was also steady rain in Sylmar just a few weeks after the Hearst fire burned mountainsides there. Keep in mind, the Grapevine may also see snow this morning, so be careful if you are driving through that area of the 5 today.
Yeah, and snow is already piling up in the San Bernardino Mountains. Plows were on the roads all night long, and those drivers are still hard at work this morning. But snow was falling fast, and the wind was causing a lot of drifting, making driving very treacherous.
And that's why the CHP is urging drivers to stay off those mountain roads until late tomorrow afternoon if you can.
Eyewitness News reporter Monica Deanda continues our storm track team coverage live in Fontana with a look at the conditions there. Monica?
Yeah, Irene, Mark, good morning. The rain has been steady all morning long, but up in the mountains, that's really an area that we've been focusing on because of how much snow they've been seeing overnight, truly. Take a look. This is what the overnight conditions look like. It was really snowy out there, really blizzard-like. And that's the mountain communities of San Bernardino and Riverside County Mountains. The snow really relentless, and you can see on the roads there just how much snow has fallen, and we're just getting started here. Blizzard-like conditions hitting our mountains overnight with a winter storm warning in effect until 4 p.m. Monday. This is again for the San Bernardino and Riverside County Mountains. Periods of heavy snow are expected with up to a foot of snow above 5,000 feet and a couple inches in lower elevation. So these conditions will no doubt impact travel. Now check it out. This is what it looked like over at Mountain High Resort. The snow completely covering the roads. We even saw plows out there hard at work. Roads will be slick and hazardous, but if you must travel, be extremely careful, prepare for reduced visibility, have a full tank of gas, avoid sudden braking, make sure to have chains, and of course, leave with plenty of time. Now, back out here live. visibility will be an issue. So really, unless you truly have to, officials are asking everybody to avoid the roads. And even if you are in places like the IE right now in Fontana, where we are getting a steady drizzle, just be careful because those roads are slick here as well. Live in Fontana, Monica de Anda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, it sounds like fun for a moment, then imagine getting stuck with all those drivers on the mountain roads, so not a good idea to get up there. Okay, Monica, thank you. The LA County Sheriff's Department is warning people in Altadena and Malibu about possible mudslides and rock slides that could be triggered because of the rain. And due to that threat, LA County is going to close public access to Malibu Canyon Road starting at 5 this evening. But so far, we can tell you no issues reported in the recent burn scars. That's the good news. Meantime, landslide concerns are being multiplied for some families in Pacific Palisades due to what they call a lack of clarity from city and emergency officials. We spoke with several people who are confused about what they can or cannot do when it comes to cleanup, especially when there's the potential for even more toxic debris to come cascading down onto their properties.
No, I understand it's a crazy situation, a lot of things to do. However, the houses that are still standing have different issues and they need to be addressed.
I do not recommend that you return to these burn areas. It's just not safe. There's still many hazards present.
Well, experts have also warned several families in the Palisades whose homes survived the fire to consider spending the next couple of nights somewhere else over fears of mudslides. There's a similar recommendation for anybody living near steep hills in the Eaton fire burn zone in Altadena, Pasadena, and Sierra Madre.
And here's a live look at the rain on our Hollywood camera. You can see the streets are slick there. With the winter storm here, now is the time to download our free ABC 7 Los Angeles app. You can track the wet weather in your neighborhood and stream our newscasts if you lose power.
A sad day for many Angelenos. Today marks 5 years since the tragic death